A very exciting part of medicalmissions.com for us is the development of the community. And the community is something that is just beginning and is going to continue to grow. But again, all these things are based off what we've learned and seeing the interaction of what happens at the Global Missions Health Conference every year. And the truth is, it's so exciting to see people just sitting down in the atrium, having a conversation and asking questions like, what's the Lord really calling you to? What are you excited about? Where are you going? Where have you served? And so many different exciting pieces of our lives together. And the truth is, this is a community. We are in this together. It isn't any one of us alone. So with that in mind, and with the construct and the beliefs and what we've seen happen from the Global Missions Health Conference, we try to figure out what's the best way that we can steward this in an online environment. Now obviously social media and social environments are big these days, so what do we do that isn't redundant to something else, but is adding to what it is that you have a need for? So the first piece of this is creating a profile. And you can create a profile on medicalmissions.com by itself, or even easier for most of us is going to be using your Facebook login to create a profile on medicalmissions.com. And once you've done that, we're going to ask you some really basic questions. But the benefit of asking these questions has tons of benefit for you. And the simple questions we're going to ask is, where is it that you've studied? And what are your degrees in? Where is it that you are currently practicing? And where have you done any type of missions work? Let me tell you, what that does is, now I'm able to connect you into the environments of the site that are specific for those things. So let's just say, for example, you're a University of Kentucky graduate. You graduated from the dental program. You're a licensed dentist. You're serving somewhere in Nebraska now, and that's where your home practice is in the U.S. Now, in addition to that, you have served and done short-term trips to Ghana, Kenya, Ethiopia, and Egypt. Well, your profile on medicalmissions.com will be able to present that, and that's who you are. Now, say there's a young student that is just pursuing their dental degree. What they're going to be able to do is actually land on, say, the Kenya page and say, okay, well, who is it that has done work in Kenya? Okay, now more specifically, who is it that's done work in Kenya that's a dentist? And they would be able to connect back with you because you've noted and you built your profile to be able to state that. So your profile is built to be able to plug you into the environments that are specific to your interest areas. Okay, so now let's add to that. So now that once you have a profile, you're going to be able to contribute what we call cards inside of Medical Missions. And there's 6 different types of cards that are present. Let me tell you what they are first. There are cards of a story, of sharing a story, of something that you've done, a missions trip that you've been on. There's a card of some type of a resource where you can post up a PDF, a URL, a document, a research paper, but some type of a resource that you've come across that you have helped to create. You can post up a recommendation of an organization. Another card that is posted up by the Global Missions Health Conference and other conferences are sessions that are available. There's also a card that we call best practices. So someone can submit that this is the best way to be able to go about doing, whatever this is that we're talking about. And the last card, the 6th card that we have, is a card of a discussion. Now, here's what's dynamic, here's what's great, here's what's exciting about some type of a card. Let's say I tell a story, or let's say I start a discussion, and whatever the type of card that I submit, let's go back to story. Let's just say I tell a story that is dealing with 4 or 5 different passion areas, is with a specific organization, it's in a specific country, and on that trip we had a couple different types of medical professions and specialties that we were using, and the way that we were engaging with the people, say in South Africa. Okay, what we're able to do with this is we're able to take that one story and it's able to populate in all those passion area pages, in all the different country pages, and in all the different medical healthcare pages. So the dynamic feature to this is one story is able to populate in a dozen different places if it's tagged the right way. And this builds the community so that one thing will populate, it will flow, and it'll move from one place to the next. So that's the community of medicalmissions.com. We invite you, and I really encourage you, complete a profile. This is going to help you to be able to connect to other people, help people connect to you, and allows you to be part of the community of what's happening, the exciting community of what's happening in Medical Missions.